Sivas. No, it's not Sivas. I forgot the translation. I'm gonna give it to you. We cut it this morning, and it's really fresh.
How do you say it in Spanish? What is it in Spanish?
Pargo.
I won't translate. I can't translate that.
I'm gonna give you the translation right now.
Good try.
I tried.
We press some, maybe half a liter of lime juice, and we put it on the fridge. So you can see the color in here. Starting the night before, you're gonna put it on the lime juice, and you're not gonna add all the vegetables. Otherwise, you do.
Is it snapper fish?
Snapper.
And how many would be half a liter? Like how many actual fish?
How many actual fish? This one was like almost 2 kilograms of fish. I mean, the more juice you put, you're gonna have to compensate with all the fruits. Otherwise, it's gonna be very acid. So there's not actually a recipe for the amount of fish. It's about taste. Yeah. How much you want it to cook and how much lime you want in the actual ceviche.
So it's like just cover when you
Yeah,
first put
it's
it
almost
in?
almost covered. You can see here. I mean, depending also on the bowl you have. Plus, when you're adding the acid, it's gonna start to take the water out of the fish. So some of it it's actually juices of the fish, and some of it is lime. We have some more lime. We're gonna just add it to at the end. We have some oregano. This one is from our garden. Pineapple, mango, papaya, purple onions, fresh cilantro, and we have some mint too here. This is gonna give a lot more freshness to the ceviche. So this is not, like I said, this is not traditional Mexican. We wouldn't add in a regular place mint to the ceviche. We sometimes put some basil in it too. This is cucumber, olive oil, and salt. Oregano is from our garden. Cilantro isn't, but the mint is. So we try to use that's it. Some tomatoes we're gonna add too. We try to use most of the herbs. We try to grow them here. We have dill, we have cilantro, we have basil, we have rosemary, 3 different types of thyme, some lettuce, some arugula, some tomatoes, some zucchinis, we're starting to grow horseradish, and what else? We have a lot of stuff. We just bought a lot of seeds, so the main gardener is in charge of keeping the garden growing.
It's like a greenhouse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have a greenhouse.
Most of the things that we're growing are with hydroponics. So all the fresh herbs are in hydroponics. So we're gonna start adding everything. So the trick is marinating the fish ahead of time, so the flavor's gonna be better. And then you're just gonna start adding everything you want. So you're gonna add basil. You don't even have to chop it, because you're gonna mix it, and it's just gonna give the flavor to it.
Does it matter what fish you use?
Yes. I mean, ceviche, you could use really good tuna for it, or you could use salmon. But if you're using white fish, it's gonna be cheaper, and you're gonna add the flavor with all of the rest of the
White fish.
But you could definitely use salmon to it, and it's gonna bring just another flavor to it. And tuna would also be really good.
I'm just thinking the fish that we have back home, the local fish that we catch,
What type of fish?
like redfish or speckled trout.
You could do it with trout. I mean, it has more fat in it, but it's gonna have a good flavor too. And if you're smoking the trout, you can mix it with smoked trout. And some papaya.
Yeah, so those look like
Mango.
mango especially.
Onions. Yeah, if you don't get the purple onions, you can just use regular onions. If you don't like the strong flavor of onions, you can add it when you're adding the lime juice to the fish, so that the onions get time to cure and they're not as strong as if you're gonna taste it right now. Pineapple, I'm just gonna add a little bit because we have enough fruit. Cucumber is really fresh. If you have jicama, you can also add it. You're adding a crunchy texture to the mix. Worcestershire sauce, if you were doing an Asian-inspired ceviche, you could change the Worcestershire sauce for soy sauce or dark soy sauce. And I mean, if you really want to do something Asian, you could put some ginger in it. Why not?
Is that about a quarter a cup?
No, probably less. About 100 cup, 100 milliliters. Like I said, it's more of a personal taste. If you want more deepness in the flavor, put more in. There's not exact recipes in ceviche. It's not about taste. Some tomatoes. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can put some green peppers in it, jalapeno or serrano, something else. If you want to if you don't have it, you can just use some Tabasco sauce. It's not going to be the same.
If you're doing something like with shrimp or clams, can you do that?
You could do it. Usually we're not cooking, I mean ceviche, it's usually raw fish that's cooked with a lime juice.
Right.
If you're gonna use shrimps, usually for ceviche we try to cook them really fast in hot water. Otherwise it's not called ceviche, it's called aguachile. If you're only cooking, if it's raw shrimp with lots of lime juice and lots of habanero or lots of serrano,
Sounds good already.
you do like some shrimp crudo, like sashimi, and you just put the whole mix on top. But we call it not ceviche, we call it aguachile. So you could add clams to it, or oysters, shrimp definitely, octopus, how do you call it, caracol, abalone too, it's more expensive. In Baja California we have really good abalone, so it's really expensive, but you actually can buy it here in can. It's really good, but nothing, it's the fresh. Some olive oil, probably like 200 milliliters for this amount. Some salt. If you have kosher salt, it's better. This one is, you have to be careful with table salt because it's more salty than kosher, so you have to add less. I mean, I could try to roughly calculate the ingredients. It's gonna be a taste thing, but I'm gonna give the recipe to Fermin so that you can have it. At least
So I
this
can
version.
Send via email.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Fantastic.
At
Thank
least
you.
this version. All the variants you can just go crazy.
Yeah, for the ceviche, this is a very fresh recipe of ceviche. We have a different kind of ceviche, as you know. For example, the Mexican tradition is like a guacamole, with our Mexican flag. I mean, white onion, and tomatoes, jalapeno, or chili serrano, right? It's the Mexican flag colors.
Right,
That's
yeah.
why.
Okay.
Or if you wanna use the very spicy kind of chili, is habanero. Habanero is, oh my God, really, really.
You can order. We have, like you said, ceviche. We have PM, or in the sushi section, they have the sushi menu. You can order at least 2 different types of ceviche. If you were feeling adventurous, just ask the waiter to add some habanero sauce, and it's gonna be really spicy but really good.
I've had the habanero.
We call the habanero salsa. In Merida they call it fuego verde, like green fire.
Oh, green fire.
It's just green habaneros roasted, and then just everything grinded with some oil. It's really, really spicy. When they're actually washing the ramekins on the dishwasher with the steam, everybody starts to cough just from the steam.
Yeah.
It's really, really spicy.
Sorry.
They wash their hat.
Yeah, because it was
Muchas gracias.
That's how hot it is.
I'm just gonna try the salt. So it's here.
The water for you? Nice.
He put the lime in first, right? The lime went first.
Yeah, the fish was already
So the
marinating
lime,
when
the
the lime
fish was marinating in the lime,
for at least
fresh
2
lime
hours.
for at least 2 hours, and then you just
So when you
added all the
marinate your
rest.
fish, it doesn't matter to you if it's in a metal or a glass bowl. Because I typically
Because
don't
we're
do it.
using steel, stainless steel. If you're using aluminum, just careful with the acid. So you're gonna have
Looks like
this
that's
metal
it.
taste.
Oh, okay.
Stainless steel or
Serving it in a cocktail glass, martini glass. That's awesome.
Or plastic. I mean.
Oh, fantastic! Look at that. Thank you, chef. That's ceviche
There's
from
no vinegar in
Zoetry.
it.
For me, it's acidic enough. We have some extra limes if you want to just add more acid. But for me, it's fine.
This is the chef at Zoetry Paraiso de Bonita in Riviera Maya.
But if it's too long, when the